What's going on? It is Christmas Eve 2024, and I'm on my annual Christmas Eve, Christmas Day adventure. And if you've been, let's see, this is the 8th year, so if you've been watching these for the past 8 years, you know that for the past few years I've had some weather issues. Let's see, so this is 24, so 23, 22, 21. I was on the Pinchot Trail, and the weather turned to rain on Christmas Day. Everything was icy and slick and rainy and cold. So I called it on Christmas Day. I did get a night out, but on Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day was a wash. In 2022, let's see, we had negative 30-degree wind chills, high winds. I was frozen out of my car for hours. I couldn't even get into my car. So I wound up camping in my backyard. And then last year, I was out on the Thunder Swamp Trail and literally got swamped out. There's sections of trail I couldn't pass, and what was supposed to be snow turned into rain. So I just called it short on that one. So this year, I didn't want to worry about the weather. And as you can see, we got some snow. We had snow last night. So white Christmas, which is nice, but I'm not near my house this time, and I'm gonna do something a little bit different. So this year, I am at French Creek State Park. I've never been here, so I'm combining my Christmas adventure with my goal of trying to visit all 124 state parks in the state. So this is a new state park to me, and I rented myself this awesome little camping cottage. I've got it for 3 nights, and I'm just gonna enjoy. So the weather can do whatever it wants, and I don't have to worry about it. I've got dry clothes, there's heat, there's electricity in there, so I'm fine with that. I can, however, I think tonight I'm gonna set up the hammock out here between these trees and get one night in the hammock. I did bring that with me, but let's go inside. I'll show you what these little camping cottages have to offer. There's 3 of them right here. There's one out that way, one over here, and then this one. This is camping cottage number 2. They come with a fire pit. They come with a picnic table, a snow shovel. This one is pet friendly. And yeah, let me get in here and I will swap you around real quick so you can see. Let me go this way. There we go. All right. So these are really, really nice little cottages. You get your brooms, you get some information about the park. You get 4 beds, electrical outlets. You get a table with chairs, a fire extinguisher, smoke alarm, places to hang your jackets. Very basic, it's just a lodging, but they do have a little wall mount heater over here, and I had to turn that thing off. When I came in here, it was probably 90 degrees. It was so freaking warm. I turned it off and I opened up the windows for a few minutes because I almost passed out. It was so hot. So this is gonna be my base of operations for the next few days. So I'm pretty excited about this. No need to worry about weather. I've got my food here. I've got some food here. I've got burgers and hot dogs that I will cook out on the fire pit out there. You can't really see because the window's kind of washed out, but out on the fire pit. I've got my alcohol stove to boil water, stuff like that for breakfast and coffee. I've got some sliced ham and cheese and some rolls for lunches. I got all my hammock gear in there, so I'll be able to set that up. And then I'm debating, I think I'm gonna use the small bunk for any nights I sleep inside. And I brought my little mattress here just because, might as well. I had it ready for the last trip that I thought I might go to ground. But yeah, so I got that ready. It doesn't really, it's a little narrow for the big bunk. Maybe I'll put that over there. The only reason why I think I might switch it is because the heater is right there. And that thing just is like it's like a furnace. It puts out a lot of heat. It was really, really warm in here. So I'm gonna have something to eat. Let's get turned around. I'm gonna have something to eat, and then I'm gonna look at the map. There's all kinds of trails here. I've got three, like the rest of today, 2 full days, and then whatever on Friday. So I'm just gonna enjoy. So yeah, I'll look at the maps. I'll pick a trail for today. We'll just check out the park a little bit, and then maybe I'll get the hammock set up. So I got somewhere to sleep tonight. Look at the weather. I got signal. It's gonna be. I got my Kindle here. I got all kinds of stuff. So it's a little bit of glamping for me, but I don't have to worry about the weather. So it can do what it wants. I got shelter, so I'm happy. So food, pick a trail, and then I'll see you outside somewhere. So I am just on the outside of the camping area here, the campground, where loops A, B, C, and D are. And there are a bunch of hiking trails down here. So this is the first one I come to, the Lenape Trail. I could take that. I'll go down kind of where I want to head to right now. But I'm going to come down to this next one, which should be the Boone Trail. And it'll take me down to I think it's Hopewell Lake, the big lake here. So Boone Trail. Okay, this is where I want to go. And this will take me down the mountain. I could just follow the road, but it's a little bit slick, so I'm walking off the side. But also, I don't imagine the snow is going to be here tomorrow. Temperature's going to kind of go up. It might drop a little bit tonight, so there might be some snow first thing in the morning, but it's going to be in the high 30s, close to 40 tomorrow, so the snow will be gone. Main Park Road, and I guess this answers that question. This trail is hiking only. No biking on this one. But I did see bike trails on some of the other trails, so I guess there's a mix. So this is Hopewell Lake. I think this is the biggest lake at the state park. There's another one I saw from the opposite direction from the cabin, the cottage. It looks like it's Scott's Mill Pond or something like that. It's a little bit smaller. I'll go check that out at some point during this visit. Oh, this is pretty nice. Oh, this is pretty cool. Gives you a little bit of a view down the lake, or up the lake, across the lake. And it sounds like there's a spillway coming up. Oh, nice. There's a bridge across down there. I will say, these are really, really well marked trails. You know, we got the name right on there. This would be cool to look at from that bridge. So just came across here, and if I were to go this way on this, I don't know if it's a rail trail or just a paved path, that takes me into the Hopewell Furnace National Historic Site. I'm gonna save that for another day. One of these days this week, I'll go check that out. It's pretty decent size, but it does connect. If I follow through, it runs into the state park. Again, state park kind of wraps around it, but I'll save that for a day where I've got a little more time. It's not like it's late, it's only 1:30, but yeah, I'm gonna jump down in here. I think this is like the Hopewell Big Woods or something like that. There's a preserve or something else out here called Big Woods, and I want to check that out too. It's the largest uncut standing forest in southeast Pennsylvania, so I definitely want to go check that out too while I'm down here. But again, that'll be another day. So back on, I think I'm still on the Boone Trail. I didn't see it change names. Still the Blue Blaze. So it's a part of the Hopewell Lake Loop. So I'm gonna continue on this and see what I come across next. Well, looks like maybe canoe rental. I don't know if they do kayaks or not. Maybe little sailboats? I don't know. Definitely canoes. Let's see what it says on their sign. I mean, obviously they're not renting them today, but basic safety stuff. And let's see, you've got worms. You can buy worms for fishing, rowboats, canoes, sunfish. I guess this is like those little sailboat kind of things, paddle boards, paddle boats, and 1- and 2-person kayaks, and some snacks. A little expensive, but that's what happens when you rent. Very nice little fishing pier. And can you tell me what that is? Give you a second if you want to comment what that is before I tell you what I believe it is. Okay, so I believe that is an ice ladder. So that is used if someone's out on the ice and they go through. You throw this down and you go across that, and it helps disperse your weight so that you don't go through the ice, and then you got something you can push out to whoever went into the ice. I'm pretty sure that's what that's for. It's kind of the same concept I use if I'm hiking and it's kind of, there's ice or mud or it's really, really wet. I look for roots or sticks that I can step on to help spread my weight across so you don't sink as much. Same concept, you spread your weight out over a larger area and you do not sink as much, or sometimes at all. That's, in the case of an ice ladder, that's ideally you don't go through it all if you're using it. All right, I'm going to, oh, there we go, Blue Blaze. And then there's this orange and white. I'm guessing it's just a reflective marker. I've seen that a couple times. Does not seem to really correspond to any specific trail, but remaining on the blue loop. And then once I get done with this, I'm only gonna be about 2 miles for the day, so I'll see what other trails connect and make up my plan. I'll just make this up as I go. So this is the public boat access area. So electric motors, kayaks, canoes, things like that, you can launch from here. Very nice. Let's see. There's a little picnic grove here. This is very nice. Is that a hawk? The camera probably didn't pick it up, but right from these tables here, something just flew off. I did see a hawk on the way in here today. Really big. Had something. Had gotten something in a farmer's field. So this is cool. So you don't see this at a lot of parks, but this has got a lake depth map on it, so you know. Let's see, looks like the deepest spot is 20 feet. All right, I'm gonna look at the map and see where I'm going next. All right, I am leaving Hopewell Lake, and the Hopewell Lake loop deviates from the Boone Trail. That would basically just take me right back towards camp. So I'm gonna stay on the Boone Trail and head up the hill here, and we'll see what the trail conditions are like. See how far I go. There is a fire tower up there, or I can branch off and head over to that Scott's Run Lake, that smaller lake. We'll see. We'll see what time allows and what the trail conditions are. Maybe I'll hit both of them. The map makes it look like you come out of the road into the lake and go straight up that field. You don't. You come down this way a little ways to the Boone Trail. This section is multi-use. So let me show this here. Okay, so hikers yield to horses, bikes yield to people and horses. All right, so this will take me up, looks like maybe a 300-foot incline, something like that, and I'll be up to that fire tower. But there's a way I can split off of here if it's crazier than it looks, or I mean, it's not supposed to snow or rain or anything, but it's warm enough. I think it'd be rain if it did anything. So camp is over that way. So there's always ways to cut off and go back to the cabin should I need to. But we'll see how far I make it. It's only 2 o'clock, so we got about 2.5 hours daylight left. This is pretty cool. This is one of their group camp areas. For a second, I thought it might be like an equestrian camp, but now there's got a bunch of little cabins up here. I'm guessing maybe for scouts or, I don't know, group events of some kind. That's pretty cool. This part of the Boone Trail is the most rugged thing I've seen so far today. A couple spots where there's some like water breaks that are a little bit high that you gotta climb up, but it's nothing technical. Still pretty easy, but just to give you an idea. So far, this is the most difficult thing I've seen in this park. Still very well maintained. There's one spot where there's a tree down. It was really easy to get around. It wasn't real big. But since that was down on the multi-use section with the bikes and everything, I can't imagine that was down for very long. Oh, I got steps. Is that steps? Yeah, steps. Very nicely maintained trails. French Creek State Park. Thumbs up so far from what I've seen. And there's one person who's been up here, looks like today, and following these tracks all the way up the hill. I was not expecting this. Boone and Terrell. Okay, this is the way I'm going. Right? Or Ridge. I gotta look at the map. And now I run into the Terrell Trail. I thought they just ran into each other. and went to the tower. I was not expecting a third trail here, or fourth trail technically. Yeah, 4. I can count. I need a snack. All right, let me look at my map real quick and see which way I'm going. I think it's this way, but I'm not 100% sure now. I will be right back. Boone and Turtle, that's the direction I'm going to take to head back towards camp. I'm going to go down the ridge trail shortly for a little while here, because this runs me into that fire tower. So, I mean, if I really want to, once I get up this fire tower, it looks like there's a road that'll take me back out to the Boone and Turtle trail. I guess it depends on how long it takes to get up there. Well, I was expecting a dirt road. not a nice paved parking lot and road here. There's a truck there. Maybe that's the guy whose footprints I've been seeing. The tower should be right here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's right over there. I doubt I can go in it. And with my fear heights, I'm not sure that I would. But, oh wow. There's a restroom here. Picnic table. Oh, maybe this isn't a restroom. Maybe this is just a picnic area. Yeah. No, it's just a fireplace. I'm gonna take off my pack, drop it here. I'm gonna put my jacket back on. Well, that's crooked. All right. Guess I'll put my jacket back on, grab my Cliff Bar, go take a look at that tower, and then come up with a plan to get back to camp. I don't know if I'm in frame. Cliff Bar. Water. Ooh. Peanut butter banana. All right, let's go see what we can see about this fire tower. The sign says. Oh wow. The Hopewell State Forest fire tower. Let's see. What's this one say? Hopewell Tower, 80 feet, elevation 980, 1935. I wasn't expecting all this up here. I wonder if in the summer maybe a ranger or firefighters live up here, just in case. Well, that's pretty cool. All right. Leaving the fire tower. Stopped, had my my snack. Still had some Whoppers in there from Halloween, so I ate those too. Got my plan for getting back to the cabin. Now I'm gonna go back down here short, just this little distance, get back down to the Boone and Turtle Trail, where they meet up, and then I'm gonna take the Boone Trail most of the way back around. I could take it almost right back to the cabin, but it will bypass the lake if I do that. So I'm gonna split off of the Boone Trail and head over to the Lenape Trail, which we saw when I first left the campsite. So that comes through the campground as well. And that'll take me almost right behind the cabin. I was trying to see if I could see that from inside the cabin, like looking out the window, and I couldn't tell where the trail was. So that looks like it literally drops me off 10 feet from the cabin. So that'll be perfect. But they'll take me right past that that little pond too. So we'll check that out. But if I stop for just a second, it's so peaceful out here. One of those things about winter hiking and camping that I love. It's so peaceful. Every once in a while, there must be maybe there's a shooting range or something not far from here. So every once in a while, I hear some shots off in the distance. Nothing too crazy. I've veered off of the Turtle Trail now. Now it's the Boone and the Mystery Trail. This is a trail I'm gonna hike a section of in a few days. I'm gonna leave that a secret. I don't know why. It's fun. But it's gonna take me right to Scotts Run Lake in I don't know, not too far from here. The Boone Trail is gonna split off to my left, and I continue straight over to the Lenape Trail and Scotts Run Lake. And if it stays like this, it won't take long at all. This trail's really wide, multi-use, with some bike tracks in here. Definitely wide enough for horses. I haven't seen anything that says that it's multi-use, but other than just the use I'm seeing. All right, so here we are, Scotts Run Lake. No bikes on a dam. This is a pretty nice little lake too. There's a boat launch on the other side. See right there, paved parking lot. So you can put kayaks and canoes, rowboats, and I'm guessing motorized boats as well here. So the trail does go around for, I'm guessing, horses and bikes. Goes down there and it crosses down there. So, yeah, this is Scotts Run Lake. Pretty nice. All right, so I gotta be careful. I just double check the map. The Lenape Trail comes down and then goes that way. I wanna go that way if I follow it the wrong way, I am not going to wind up at camp. So make sure I get on the trail going the right way. All right, this should be the Lenape Trail. I don't see a sign anywhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is the Lenape Trail, and then it kind of comes down and follows the road down that way, and then heads back to the other lake. Oh, here's the turn. Here it is. Here's the turn. All right, so I gotta make sure I go this way. Oh, okay, there's a nice campground sign here. All right, so campground that way, Lenape Trail, green blazes, off we go. So, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes down the trail. Look, I'm back on the Boone Trail. I didn't realize they ran back into each other. Boone and Lenape. And according to the map, like there's a camping loop next to me. The cabin's got to be right over here. Turning around. back to the boulder field I go. Where the trails all met, there was a trail that went straight. I should have taken that. Start heading back down the hill, and I'm like, I shouldn't be heading downhill. I looked at the map again, realized my error. I definitely need food. I'm hungry. Back to the intersection. I came up from that way, and should have just gone straight. Don't know what I was thinking. If I would have followed that, it would have taken me back out to the... I mean, I still could have gotten to where I want to go. It was taking longer. I had to walk back up the road. This should take me right into the campground. Well, this comes out right in somebody's campsite. But if I make the hard left here, there's the cabin. All right, back in the cabin. And I've got this thing on the lowest setting. It is so freaking hot in here. Maybe because I'm just hot. Because I'm hiking. I'll let that go for a minute. I'm gonna have some food. And let's see, my hike was, how long? Almost 7 miles. Look at that. Yeah, 6.97 miles. Not too bad. Good morning and Merry Christmas. Last night, after I got back from that hike, I just spent a little time organizing all the gear and just relaxing. I did move the bed over to this side instead of being right in front of the heater. I do have it down pretty low, but it's pretty loud when it's running, so I figured I'd stay over there. Right now, I've got my oatmeal ready. I got some instant cappuccino I'm gonna have. That's the best thing I can find. Some Pop-Tarts, and outside I've got my alcohol stove out here, boiling some water, and it looks like it's probably ready. Now, don't be alarmed. I do have a pad underneath the burner, so it's not damaging the stove. I wouldn't just put my alcohol burner right on a wooden table. It will scorch it. So I do have a little folded over maybe 8 times piece of aluminum foil, a little pad that fits in there that keeps it protected. So I'm gonna grab my water, get all my stuff heated up here, and we'll go over the plans for the day. Leaving the cabin, heading to the Sixpenny Loop. Now, I thought Sixpenny was that way on the other side of the park. It's not. It's actually south, below where I hiked yesterday, like that reservoir, the Scotts Run Pond. I think that's what it's called, Scotts Run Pond. So I'm gonna head back out the way I came in last night, but instead of heading back out towards there, I'm gonna go make the right on that intersection, and it'll head me up to Sixpenny. Apparently, this is the hardest hiking in the park. according to the map. And it is also, it used to be the 6-penny recreation area, and there's an old state park picnic grove up there too, it looks like. So it should be pretty cool. Now I just need to find the entrance again to the trail, which I think is right here. Okay. All right, this is the junction where when I came back yesterday, I came from that way, and then I went that way for some reason, which wasn't smart. The Boone and Lenape. So we're gonna actually take I think this is called the Orange and Blue Trail, and this will connect me to 6-penny. Or maybe this is Boone. Okay, well, this says Boone here. I know somewhere on the map it was just marked Orange and Blue Trail. There we go. Orange and green, that's it. Orange and green trail. Boone Trail goes that way. That eventually takes me up to the fire tower. That's where I was yesterday. We're gonna go out this way. I have no idea what that was. This morning I heard some large horned owls, or great horned owls. And they're pretty soft-spoken, so they're really hard to record unless you're right on top of them, so I didn't bother trying to get them. And I heard 3 or 4 of them. But I'm at the 6-penny trail. Just pulled up my map, because this is a loop, and I think I'm going to go this way. And over here, something was making some noise, and it was weird. It could be a raccoon. I don't know about this time of year. Maybe a porcupine. It was making like a. I mean, honestly, if you think back to like the old Dukes of Hazzard, Roscoe P. Coltrane, it was like goo goo goo. It's making like a really slow Roscoe laugh. That's the only way to explain it. I'll see. It stopped right before I hit record. See if I hear it again. I don't think it was anything big. Not sure if I mentioned it this morning when I was in the cabin eating breakfast. Something started chewing on the side of the cabin. I was like, oh no, I had flashbacks to my old house where squirrels were chewing on the side of the house. So I banged on the wall and I squirreled it away, scared it away. And I went out after I finished eating. And right up in the very top, on the long edges of the log, you can see there's some chew marks. So maybe a squirrel, I'm guessing. Doesn't look like a woodpecker. All right, well, I need to just keep moving. So again, 6-penny. It's supposed to be the hardest hiking in the park. Guess we'll see. The Turtle Trail was ranked the same yesterday, and that was about like this. So we'll see if it gets any worse. I do have my micro spikes with me if I need them. I don't think I will, but just in case. And my trekking poles. So I got my bases covered. Apparently this road goes straight back down to the campground, and it goes to the top of the hill. Maybe this is one of the old entrances. Maybe it goes up to the old picnic ground. I don't know. We'll see. There's some trails that cut off of this. Coming up the trail, see a fire hydrant. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that road comes right up along here, and there's a water tower, so that's why there's a road. The fire extinguisher threw me off for a second. So I'm guessing that is probably the highest point on this side, since that's where the tower is. They fill that with water. The water can sit in there. It creates a man-made aquifer. All the faucets and pipes and spigots and everything are lower than that. So that just uses gravity to create an aquifer, basically. That's what they do with that. Yeah, okay, well that makes sense of why there's a road that comes up to the top of the mountain. All right, Big Woods. Does that take me straight to Big Woods? That's Sixpenny. Big Woods is that way. I think this takes me down to the main road. I gotta look at the map, because Big Woods is that, see how far away that is? That's a big section of forest that's still, it's like the largest continuous stand of trees in southeast Pennsylvania. Oh, let's see how far away that is. See if I go divert to that first, or that might be a separate trip. We'll see. Trail heads up that way. There is a split there for another trail. That just kind of, it's a loop. Goes off of Sixpenny and comes right back down to it. But this isn't on the map. It takes you down to Sixpenny Creek, it looks like. We'll go down here and take a look at this. There's no signs here. Oh, this is not a camping pad. This was an old foundation. And that is a bridge. Okay. I don't know why this isn't on the map. This is pretty cool. So this might be the old Sixpenny recreation area. It's definitely the dam. Maybe it's the old picnic grove. Not much information posted on the site, or on, I mean site, I mean like the actual physical site. And so the reservoir is no longer. It's all cattails. This is an old dam. Is this? I mean, this could be somebody's dog. That could also be a coyote just chilling out up here. Good spot. Either way. That's pretty cool. There's another foundation up there. Right up there. And that's where the trail goes, up that way. But let's go check out that little bridge. That's pretty cool. Well, this is Sixpenny Creek. Lots of initials in the tree. Brand new bench, no markings on it. All right. Okay, so I did some quick internet sleuthing. This is the old Sixpenny recreation area. This is Sixpenny Lake. They breached the dam. I didn't see when, but this Sixpenny Creek is a natural wild trout stream, and from what I understand, taking the reservoir out had a dramatic positive impact on the wild trout in this creek. So that's good. But we're gonna go back up here to the Sixpenny Trail. I might be able to get up on the side there. I don't know, but let's go up this way to where the Sixpenny and Calmia trails meet. I think I'm saying that right, Calmia. I don't think it's Calamity, I think it's Calmia. Where those two trails meet, which is right up here around the corner, is where the article I read said was like the bulk of that day use recreation area. So that may be where the picnic grove is. Get a little better view of the old lake there. And definitely saw some kind of ruins up there, foundation. That may have been like the picnic grove, I don't know. So we'll go up here, we'll take a look, and we shall find out. So right back up on the Sixpenny Trail. I am at the intersection of the Calmia and Sixpenny, and this is the site of the old recreation area. That sign says hiking only behind me, right there. Now the Calmia Trail just kind of goes up to that ridge, I think, and follows along and then comes back. All right, so let's see what we got here. I do have some people coming up behind me, so I might let them pass and then record. Yeah, pretty cool. This is why I like coming to new places, find cool stuff like this. And by the looks of these trees, this has been drained for a while. But I don't know. Maybe they let it drain slowly before really reaching the dam completely, or maybe it just took a while for it to completely drain. There's definitely a lot of trees in there, in the spot that was obviously a lake at one point. It's definitely part of a chimney, at the very least. Maybe this was an office? And there's rooms, these are little tiny rooms. What size is this thing? It looks like you entered here. I guess this could have been a house? No. I mean, maybe. You'd enter there. It's a little foyer. There's a big area here with little supports along the edges, maybe for cabinets, tables. They're all along the outside. Well, at the very least, had running water. There's a fire hydrant. Not in use anymore. Very interesting. The trail goes that way. I thought this was the Kalmia Trail coming back down. It's not, but it does go up to these cool rocks. So let's come up here and take a look. Won't go real far, but it might just go here. Actually, it looks like it just goes here. It's pretty cool though. That light dusting of snow. All right, that closes the loop, the 6-penny loop. It was moderate. I wouldn't say it was difficult. For the park, it may be the most difficult trail in here. It wasn't that bad. A couple little climbs, nothing technical. I'm back on the orange and green trail, and then this will take me back to the campground, where I will go back to the cabin and have some food and plan the next part of the day. So I ate my lunch and realized I didn't do any kind of wood prep yesterday or get anything prepped when I got done with the hike yesterday. So I spent a little time. I broke down some of my firewood, so I got some kindling. I got another bag of wood in the back, inside. Made sure the fire pit is clear of any ice or snow. And I decided I'm also going to sleep in the hammock tonight. So I went ahead and I got that set up back here behind the cabin. So quilts, quilt protector, tarp, hammock, everything is all set up. I'm good to go for that. And then if for some reason it gets too cold, I mean, I do have the cabin here. I can just go sleep in there. Or I have my 0-degree sleeping bag that I'm using. That I usually use for like car camping. It's ridiculously, ridiculously large for backpacking. Sitting on the bed there. That's my Teton Sports 0-degree bag. That thing, I've never gotten cold in that, so I could take that out there if I wanted to. I can't, it doesn't pack down very small, so it's not really useful for backpacking, but for car camping, it's awesome. So, I don't know, I might look at a couple trails. My table's a mess. Might look at a couple trails, maybe do something. It's probably close to 1 o'clock now, so I've got about 3.5 hours of daylight left. I am back down to Hopewell Lake. I didn't record the walk down here because I showed it yesterday, but I'm going to, I think this is Big Woods, part of the Big Woods trail system. This takes me right into Hopewell Furnace National Historic Site, so we're gonna go check that out. So one of the things I did learn while I was having my lunch is that Hopewell Big Woods area is where I am right now. So the state park and the National Historic Site here are basically in the center of that. So I've been walking in it the whole time. So right now I'm just gonna give you a little sneak peek of what I hope to be doing tomorrow. I am in the Hopewell Furnace National Historic Site, and this is it's like an old village. Now, they won't be doing it now, I don't think. Maybe they will. But sometimes of the year, they actually have people reenacting what life was like here. It'd be pretty cool. So I'm gonna just flip the camera and give you a quick spin around. That's all I'm gonna record here till I do the full trip tomorrow. All right, so that's me looking straight out. And then we got these old historic buildings. There's a schoolhouse. There's a map back there that has all these buildings listed, but and then you come over here and you got a barn and some other cool stuff. Looks like a church. Like I said, that's all I'm going to record here today. This is just a little bit of a sneak peek of the next video I do. Hopefully, if I get down here tomorrow, I'll probably hike up another trail. Once I leave this site, I'll come back, but you'll have to check the next video for what I find down here tomorrow. So the plan was to come back here tomorrow to check this out, but this is all of it. Visitor center, all of it. Now out this way, there are some hiking trails. I might check some of those out. I was hanging out over here with the sheep for about a half hour. just watching them. But I don't think tomorrow they'll be running like the basically running the town. Sometimes a year they do have people who are dressed, they're doing reenactments, they're running the furnaces and doing all that. I don't think they'll be doing that tomorrow. I'll see if I can find anything out about that. If not, I probably won't come back down here tomorrow. So if it makes it in this video, this little spot, then I won't come back. Definitely come down, check it out. It's really cool. A lot of cool old buildings. It's very neat. Just without any kind of there's nothing really going on. I don't think it'd be worth coming back. So maybe. Leaving the National Historic Site, kind of see where the trail changes right there. I'm gonna go up the Colliers Trail. Now Lenape Trail will eventually take me back to, did I just see snow? I think I just saw snow. The Lenape Trail will eventually take me back up to the campground as well. But I've kind of taken that section of the trail already. So I'm gonna hit the Colliers Trail. This is basically just head me straight up the hill back to the campground entrance. It's about 3 o'clock. So yeah, I'll take my time. I'll get up there, rest for a little bit, and then get dinner cooking. Where? All right, so it's about time to start the fire so I can cook dinner. And I got these Uko Sweet Fire strikeable fire starters, and they got like a match tip on the end, but they're made from sugar cane. It's pretty interesting. So gonna try these out and see how well they work. There's a bunch of them in here. You just use the tip here like a match, and then I'm not sure how long they burn for. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so not sure how well this is going to be seen here. But gonna take one of these little fire starters, strike like a match. Oh, that went really well. Put that down on a piece of cardboard. I just put some of the small wood I made right on top of it. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll need to light a second one. It looks like that's starting to burn. That's pretty easy. All right, well, that appears to have worked pretty well. This wood is good and dry. This is store-bought, kiln-dried. The owls are going crazy. Get a little bit more heat in here, and I'll get my little grill and get some burgers cooking. Burgers and dogs. All right, well, dinner is done. I had a cheeseburger and a couple of cheese dogs, and I think tomorrow I'm gonna have to head out and pick up some more food for tomorrow night for dinner. I had my cooler packed with I apologize, the heater's gonna kick on, it's gonna get loud in here. A couple of ice bricks, like blue freezer packs, a bunch of frozen burgers, not frozen but very cold hot dogs, and cheese and lunch meat, and I've been storing it in the car when it's not in here to help it stay as cool as possible. And it wasn't enough. I wasn't thinking about the fact that it'd be Christmas and it might be harder to get ice today. So I don't know. I mean, it was still cold, still good tonight. I don't know if I'll make it till tomorrow. So I've got the cooler back out in the car. So it's gonna get down to like 27 or something like that tonight, I think is what they said. So I don't know if it'll prolong the food at all. We got one night out of it, not quite what I was hoping for. I might waste a little bit of food, but I'd rather do that than get sick. So tomorrow I might have to go get some more food. But as far as the Christmas adventure video, I'm gonna wrap it up now. It's only about 6 o'clock. I didn't have a really big fire, just enough to cook the food, and I don't want to have a bonfire. It kind of is pointless to sit outside trying to stay warm at a campfire when you've got a cabin right here. There's no stars. It's really cloudy. So if it was clear and you can see the stars, then I'd probably sit out there. But I'll save the firewood. We have a big fire tomorrow. Burn up all the wood. I'm going to sit here right now. I'm going to edit the video for yesterday and today, and then I have a couple hours. I'll go get in the hammock and pass out and get my night sleeping outdoors on this trip. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I was a little bit all over the place in this one, just hitting trails and doing whatever. So I hope it turns out all right. So I got 2 more days to explore, so more videos coming from that. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. See you next, and Merry Christmas.